Tom Gray. Now, many of you might not know him, folks, but you'll probably know who he's just beaten. Well, I say you'll know who he's just beaten. You'll half know who he's just beaten. I'll explain more. He's been running for the Labour Party to get the seat, I think it's in Brighton. But he's been running against, this is what I say you'll half know, EDDIE IZZARD. Eddie wanted to get the seat. Now I say you'll half know, this is where it gets confusing. You don't know from 1 minute to the next whether Eddie's EDDIE IZZARD or his alter ego, Susie. You don't know. Eddie doesn't know. He wakes up one morning, he could be Eddie, could be Susie. Depends which side of the bed he gets out on. Or, should I say, probably also depends on what he's ironed the night before. If he's ironed his crisp white shirts and trousers, he's Eddie. If it's the old frock, the old skirt, it's Susie. So if he's done his ironing, that sorts it out. If not, it's what side of bed he gets out of. And obviously, if he's got any red lippy left or whatever, his right lippy, he's going in as Eddie that day. Well, anyway, Eddie's been running for it for Labour Council, and he's been running up against this fella. Now, this fella's got it. This fella's got it, and Eddie's been unsuccessful. And I think I know why. I think the bigwigs at the Labour are thinking, well, how are we going to go on with Eddie? If Eddie doesn't know what he is from day to day, how are we going to know? And I notice it's weird. The old reporters have commented on it today. And you can have a look at this. I'm not making this up. You'll think I am. This sounds crazy. I am not making this up. I swear I am not. EDDIE IZZARD unsuccessful in her bid today running for the Labour Party. And I'm thinking, Eddie? Her? What's all that about? I know he's got old Susie in the background and she's coming more to the fore nowadays. If you've not seen my past videos, I need to see them because I quite enjoyed them. I thought they were pretty good. Probably a bit made up, but I thought they were pretty good. I laughed at myself. I don't often laugh at myself. Well, I do because I'm stupid, but I normally don't think I'm funny. I thought in the EDDIE 2 video, especially one of them, I really was funny. But anyway, that's just me. But yeah, I see the press have wrote about it. EDDIE IZZARD unsuccessful today, and yes, she was unsuccessful, and it's she, and I'm thinking, well, why are they calling her she when they're reporting as EDDIE IZZARD? Did Eddie go in that day under the cameras as Eddie or Susie? And if he went in as Susie, you'd do Susie as she. For all me and you folks know, it's a he, really, masquerading as a she. Only got the frock and the lippy on, nothing else. Everything else is still dangling. Well, it might not dangle, might have a jockstrap on or something, but there's something there to dangle. You know where I'm coming from, don't you? Look, of course you do. Of course you do, yes. Well, anyway, I'm thinking to myself, if he's gone in it as Susie, now I think he entered as Eddie. That's the name he entered under, I'm pretty sure, because I think that, by default, I think that's his real name. Now, his alter ego, that means it pretends to be Susie, or not pretends, he is Susie some days, as we've discussed. If he went in as Susie, stood on that podium while they did the vote, as Susie, I could understand him writing she. But if he went in as Eddie, dressed as Eddie, like a bloke, like me and you, this is to blokes I'm talking to, I'm not talking to you, missus. Missus, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to your hubby. If he went in as me or your hubby, then surely he'd be reported as a he. Surely. That's if you're listening, surely. Yeah, but that's what I would have thought anyway. And then if he goes in as Susie, as a she. Or would he go in dressed as Susie and they'd say, Susie IZZARD went in today but lost the run against, was it Tom King? I've already forgot. I did write it down, let me think. Wait a minute. Tom Gray. Got beat by Tom Gray. Susie IZZARD got beat by Tom Gray. We spoke to Susie and he was very unhappy. Now, if they'd have said Susie and he, I'd have thought that's weird as well. So, for me, Susie is she, Eddie is he. For all, really, they're both he. But how they can report on EDDIE IZZARD and then call him she, I don't get that. And if I don't get it, how will these paymasters at the Labour Party be? They must be thinking, well, we don't want to do right for doing wrong. We don't know what to do. It's going to give us all kinds of trouble, this is. We're not going to know from 1 minute to the next. And let's face it, there might be parliamentary debate someday. And old Eddie's got the badge on there, and he's trying to go in. He's got the badge in to pass security, and he's got the skirt and the lippy on. And they go, oh, go on, you're no Eddie. I am. You're not an Eddie. That's not an Eddie. You've got the skirt and the lippy. No, I am, honestly. Do you want me to prove? And he might have to show his credentials, you know. We don't want that, do we? I mean, there'd be old boys on the doors there, then the security on Parliament. They'd have a camera, wouldn't they? They would. If Eddie shown them the old tackle, they'd have a go, oh no, that won't work. I'm going into realms of make-believe now, innit? I'll just knock this one off before I get in any trouble, because I'm likely to. I'll come off this one, but still, I don't. In fact, I looked deeper yesterday. After I did that, I went on Wikipedia or something like that, and they said, EDDIE IZZARD, she. And I thought, he's catching. They're all calling him she, but how can they call him she and use the name EDDIE IZZARD? I don't know. Someone tell me where I'm going wrong, because I just don't get it. I really, really, really don't get it. I'm glad I'm not a reporter. I'm glad I wasn't in Brighton this weekend having to report on that. I am, honestly, because I'd have been in trouble with my editor. There's no doubt about that. The editor, the Trans Brigade, they'd all be after me.